I'm Milo Ritchie, and I've been a stop-motion animator for 8 years. When I was little, I loved watching stop-motion Lego stuff. So much so that I wanted to try it for myself. For a while, the aim of the game was to try and be as good as some of the greats of all time. But that changed when I decided to look at something different. Myself. Specifically, how my arms would sway back and forth whenever I stopped running. I became infatuated with how this minor detail of how we as humans move, so much so that it would grow to become one of the core features of the animation style I've created for myself. Over time it morphed into studies of inertia, physicality, how emotions can be shown even when the characters don't talk or don't have faces. The next evolution in my journey came when I started studying 2D and 3D animation. I recreated 2 scenes from the animated series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which involved going through, frame by frame, to understand exactly why the moving picture looked the way it did. I now understood what things needed more frames to look good and what things needed specifically less. All of this culminating in the current iteration I have of my style of animation. What?
You don't have to, of course. I'm
constantly thinking of new ideas due to an extremely active ADHD brain. My way of thinking typically allows me to go down rabbit holes of thought, pondering specific details and constructing a unique story with varying complexities and themes. I made 2 films in my final year of school, one for visual arts, one for drama. It actually took me the entire year to get them both done. It was a nightmare, throwing me into the thick of all of my organizational problems. But I think I've come out better than I would have otherwise. In the time taken to make my HSC films, I've realized that craft and execution, character development, character animation, lensing, lighting, scene coverage, editing, use of green screen, compositing, sound editing, and mixing all makes that story come to life. It's obvious, but for me now, it's real. I applied for and was accepted into Animalogic's 5-day work experience program in 2019, and I've also been to 2 holiday courses at the Academy of Interactive Entertainment. Filmmaking and storytelling aren't just my hobbies anymore. I was surprised to discover after spending the entire year on both my HSC films, I was eager to begin brainstorming ideas for future projects, and began talking about it with friends the same week I finished them. Filmmaking is my life, storytelling is my life, and the things I've learned and the people I've met along the way make it all so worth it. I'm Milo Ritchie, and thank you very much for listening to me.